case this year. And where in the world is the snow? We've seen a bit up in the mountains, but none here in Denver. Only a trace. That's not measurable. So we are tying 2009 with the least snowiest February on record. Hopefully things change for us as we look ahead toward March. And I do have a little snow in the 7-day forecast for us here in Denver. Tonight across downtown Denver, we're looking pretty good. We are going to be monitoring a cold front that'll usher in overnight into tomorrow morning, helping to drop off our temperatures dramatically and bring in a bit of rain around here. 70s this afternoon, so it was pretty toasty if you were out and about. Some 60s off to the northeastern corner of the state, so mild up in Steamboat, closer to 60, and we hit 71 out there in Grand Junction. Looking at the climate calendar, we should be sitting in the lower 50s. That's our average for this time of the year. Not the case today, and we're just 4 degrees shy of that record high. Things starting to change up for us as we do have a storm system en route to Colorado. Already looking at a little bit of light rainfall pouring in across the far northwestern corner of the state. A little light snowfall developing up in the mountains as well. This really ramps up overnight into tomorrow morning. Tonight here in Denver, we're calling it partly cloudy. Temperatures still pretty comfortable as overnight lows dip into the 30s up and down I-25, a little cooler off to the northeastern plains as we'll be watching a front pushing through. We will be talking about the lunar eclipse. All right, if you want to see this, you're going to have to wake up pretty early, 2:50 in the morning, when really the party begins. I would say at its peak, the best shot, 4:33 in the morning. Again, with those partly cloudy skies, we'll see how well we can see it, but just look off to the west if you can, if you want to set those alarms now. Looking at the futurecast, it's a pretty quiet night for us. Even by 11 p.m., we're just tracking a few light showers out to the west. Otherwise, overnight, that snowfall moves in. 7, 8 a.m., possibly even a little bit of light rain around Denver, and then off to the northeastern plains along I-76. 2, 3 o'clock, another round of showers pouring back in here to the I-25 corridor. Might even hear a rumble of thunder, believe it or not, with some snow continuing across our northern mountains. We should have a decent batch of snowfall right there around the central mountains too, and then lingering showers, a little snowfall toward the Palmer Divide with rain near Lyman. We're really not expecting much as far as accumulation, a couple of inches possible up through the mountains with no travel alerts out there. You will notice the cooler temperatures, that's for sure. Highs sitting in the upper 40s, so a solid about 20 degrees cooler. This, my friends, is seasonal for this time of the year. We'll sit in the 60s in Lamar and La Junta, some 30s and 40s up through the mountains and into the foothills. About 36 in Winter Park. Should have some nice fresh powder, an inch or two. We'll take whatever we can get, and then we jump back to the 60s Wednesday and Thursday. That next strong storm Tuesday night into Wednesday, so that just means we'll see another warm up on the way midweek. Back to the 60s we go on Wednesday and Thursday. And then late Thursday night, here comes our next storm. Yes, March finally kind of living up to the hype, so to speak. It is typically our snowiest month on record, and hopefully we can get some nice snow out of this storm. It's going to be the Thursday night into Friday storm that's with us. We could see some snowfall here in the Denver area late on Friday, potentially even lingering into very early on Saturday morning. Definitely up in the mountains. It looks like a fantastic weekend up there with plenty of fresh powder en route. With this first initial wave tonight into tomorrow, a couple of inches possible. This is the latest model run up through the mountains where, again, by Friday we could have a couple more inches and maybe 1 to 2 here around the city. So I'm not super excited just yet. We still are several days away. We have to wait for that storm to push onshore to get a little bit more data as far as the timing, the track, all the details of it. But just know by the end of the week, it finally will look and feel perhaps a little bit more like winter, actually, here in Denver.
All right. Thank you, Danielle.